Hello, Wyandotte. The fall has arrived. The Mud Puppets are back with a new episode, and now we're coming to you in HD.
That's right. Hot dog vision.
Now, you cannot be that stupid.
Hot dogs.
What, this is going to be your new thing now?
Hot dogs. Get your hot dogs here.
Ryan, this is obnoxious.
Hot dogs. Hot dogs. Hot dogs, 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 hot dogs.
Screw you! I'm done. It's enough.
Hot dogs. Hot dog vision, baby.
Ryan, please tell me you know that HD doesn't actually mean hot dog.
Don't mess with me right now. I am full up to here with hot dogs. I just ate 35 hot dogs.
Yeah, we all saw it. It was a grotesque display.
Some before we started and then some there.
I don't know why we always would kick off shows like this. You can't just be normal.
I'm violently ill right now, so be nice.
Could we please just get to the material we've prepared for our audience?
Yes. Well, as you know, it is September.
Yeah.
And that means the kids are going back to school.
They've already gone back to school.
All over the country. We have some advice for the students, for the parents, and the teachers this year.
True enough.
Okay, so we're going to start. My advice, if you're a student, if you're brown, don't take a clock, a VCR, or a computer into school. It's just not worth the hassle, kids, because crackers just don't understand.
True enough. That's actually pretty good advice. Yeah. Here's one from me to the parents. Look, your child is going to be teased. And you know what? At some point, they're also going to make fun of another child. That's not bullying. That's called part of growing up. Get over it.
That's good, Joel. You know, I have one for parents, too. We're parents now.
Yeah.
From the time your kids are born, tell them that they can accomplish anything, even being president of the United States of America. Because as they grow and they fail to do those awesome things, seeing the disappointment grow in their little eyes, it's a thing of beauty. It really is.
You know what? I've got one for the kids. And kids, I want you to listen closely to this one. Look, when you're walking home from school and that creepy van rolls up on the side of you with a sign on it that says free candy, be advised, that is not a lollipop. Run, get those little legs going and get out of there.
What is it then?
It's not a lollipop, that's all I'm gonna say, okay?
I thought it was. All right, teachers. Oh my God, there is no more important job out there than being a teacher. You have young minds and lives in your hands. So never, ever, ever stop talking about how the most important job is being a teacher. If someone else tries to tell you that there is another job that is of equal importance to being a teacher, tell them no, there's not. It's never gonna get tedious, I swear. Never.
I'm taking some offense at that one.
Get out of here.
Jeez. You know what, teachers? I have a much better suggestion for you. 3 words. Secret booze drawer. You're going to need it to get through this school year. Those kids are heathens.
That works for the kids and the parents too, really.
That's true. Maybe certain kids.
Everybody just go into it drunk.
Settle them down a little bit.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, have you watched the council meetings lately?
Not recently, no. I haven't seen them. Okay. I hear there's some big doings happening, though.
All right, well, you know, at the August 3rd council meeting, the mayor had recommended that Kevin Van Boxel be made the newest council member because of the vacancy that was created when City Clerk Griggs retired and Councilman Steck became the new city clerk.
Right.
Okay. Well, lo and behold, someone had to grandstand and make a big scene of it. And we all know who that was. It was Councilman Ted McCura. But something interesting happened. Let's take a look.
This is not what the charter speaks of.
The charter says that it's the mayor's prerogative to appoint who he wants. That's what he's doing. But this is turning into another political fiasco with you
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, Jim.
Real
you know,
it takes
I think we ought to just vote and be over it, because we all know where this is going. Tired of it.
It takes the mayor.
How about moving the city forward? How about that, instead of stopping everything? I'm done.
Oh, did you see that?
Wow.
Councilman Don Schultz just laid the smack down. Ooh. And after all that grandstanding and bickering and posturing that Councilman Ted McCura did, he turned around 20 minutes later and voted yes to confirm Van Boxel in the first, eventually anyways.
Wow.
Ridiculous. Oh, but that's not all. A week later, the August 10th council meeting, Councilman Schultz put forth a motion that had support to have Councilman Sabuda made mayor pro tem.
Okay.
The mayor pro tem fills in for the mayor should the mayor be sick or unable to make a meeting.
Sure.
Well, let's take a look at what happened then.
That could
God
happen,
forbid.
but Mr. Mayor, with
Why
all
say
due
things
respect,
like
it
that?
does not say in the charter anywhere the next highest vote getter gets anything. It's by resolution of the council. True.
I know
That's
that.
the end. That's the end of that. Number one. Number two. At the last second, all of a sudden, a resolution's coming forward. I seem to remember back a few months ago, I wanted to put a resolution forward. All of a sudden, nobody could understand
Nobody
it.
supported you.
We couldn't. Oh, I had support. We couldn't vote on it. We better wait. We can't do that under new business. We better do it at the end. We're going to allow a late item. We're not. It all changes. The rules just change every week.
Look at that. I think if you listen closely, you could hear the world's smallest violin playing there. My goodness. But Councilman McCura, do you want some cheese with that wine? Perhaps some of your friends on Van Alstyne can give you the finest in the land. Can you believe this guy?
No, I can't.
He's been watching the Republican debates too much, grandstanding in hot air. And I'll tell you what, though, all this recent friction between Schultz and McCura, it's brought us to our latest segment.
Councilman Grudge Match!
Oh, Schultz versus McCura in a steel cage. Ryan, let's take a look at the tail of the tape. What do we got here?
We're going to see some of the characteristics of these two men. If they did step into the ring, Joel, and decided to fight it out.
Well, let's see. We've got a graphic here, the tail of the tape here. Schultz versus McCura. There it is.
There they are.
Schultz versus McCura.
The two men who are going to fight it out.
This is going to be a raucous event, Ryan.
Oh, my goodness.
Here we are back in the studio. Oh, my goodness. The match it hasn't quite started yet.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
All right, Joel, McCura, his nickname, the consummate obstructionist.
Absolutely. Everyone in wrestling has to have a persona. I don't know that's going to get over real good with the fans, though.
How about his catchphrase, I abstain?
He often does that during votes.
And his signature move, because he's a dirty, dirty heel, the eye gouge.
And on the other side of the bill, Mr. Donnie Schultz, nickname the Bull.
Ooh, ooh.
You know his catchphrase, Ryan.
What's that?
Mess with the Bull. You know the rest.
Oh, yeah.
McCura found that out at that council meeting, didn't he? Signature move for Councilman Schultz, the running power slam. Ryan, who do you like in this tilt?
Joel, McCura will follow no rules. He will do anything necessary to draw blood to get the win. Councilman McCura would destroy Schultz.
My goodness, you feel pretty. I do. One more explosion there, nice.
Whew.
You know, I agree. Councilman McCura would fight dirty, but you know what? He's no match for Councilman Don Schultz. You saw, even up there on the horseshoe, Councilman Schultz started to bark, and what did McCura do? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No.
Yes.
McCura would turn that bull into hamburger.
Please. So it stands, Councilman Ted McCura. We challenged you in our last show. We're challenging you again. You got a problem with renters? There's a seat for you.
Don't
available.
abstain. Don't abstain from coming to see us.
Nice. I like what you did there.
Nice.
Found it. Come on our show. Or are indeed. Are you two scared as well? Because we can add you to the list. And that challenge stands to all the officials, as we've always said here in the city of Wyandotte. And you know how many of them called us so far, Wyandotte? Boop. Or should I do one of these? Boop.
Yeah, that's better. That really gets the point across.
Calling you out, Councilman. Call us. Don't make us come picket Van Alstyne.
We'll do it. I have nothing better to do.
Well, you know, Ryan, we are going to be joined here in a bit by Tom Lawrence, the owner of PC Pickup. We're going to talk some tech, talk some social media.
Awesome.
But first, we're going to see one of our sketches.
Oh.
This one's an oldie, but a goodie. Enjoy.
How about a big greasy?
Hurt 2.
Oh, hey, I want to ask you real quick. Is it cool if my friend Big Gay Kevin comes and watches the game with us tonight?
You call your friend Big Gay Kevin? Isn't that a little homophobic?
How is that homophobic? He's gay, and he's my friend.
Why don't you just call him Kevin?
I have 3 friends named Kevin. There's Kevin, there's Gay Kevin, and then there's Big Gay Kevin.
Okay, well, do you call Kevin Straight Kevin?
No, I knew him first, so I didn't need a nickname. Plus, he's gay, so if I call him Straight Kevin, that's homophobic.
You have 3 friends named Kevin and they're all gay?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Nothing! Fine, tell Big Gay Kevin he can come, but let him know it's going to be a little crowded. My other buddy, humongous fat-ass Ryan's going to be here.
You know another guy named Ryan?
Never mind. Tell him he can come, it's fine. My buddy Jimmy can't make it anyways.
Which Jimmy?
Black Jimmy.
Wanna get muddy? Visit mudpuppets.com today!
Welcome back to the program. Right now we're joined by Mr. Tom Lawrence. Tom, welcome to the program. So Tom here, you own PC Pickup in Taylor.
Yes.
I got to ask you, why computers, and how'd you start your business?
So technology's been my thing my whole life. Geeking out, taking everything apart, fixing it, electronics, computers when I was a kid. So it was kind of a natural progression. There's nothing else I really got into. I like motorcycles too, so that's another hobby, is being a mechanic, and so I like a lot of that too. But the making computers do what I want, that's always been fun. So I got into hacking when I was young, started getting into the bulletin board systems, old dial-up modems and things like that. So right out of high school, I didn't even go to college, I got a job right in tech. I just started going into places, knocking on a door, going, "Are you hiring?"
Oh, wow.
And so just went from place to place. And so while I was doing that, I landed a job at a couple small places. I worked for some really crazy people, which was a learning lesson. I watched the owner of the place chase one of the guys around, and the desk being flipped in the most literal sense, because his goal was to kill him. Because he, and then they bounced my second paycheck, and then I went, I'm like, bounce the paycheck, and the owner's like, "Yeah, you guys all need to work harder." And he left, and I'm kind of like, "How do I get paid?" And the other guys go, "This happens to us sometimes. We'll get paid next week." And I'm just like, "Okay, I'm gonna quit." And so then I went to work for a couple more places till I found a stable job for a while, working somewhere. And from there, my trajectory went from working there, started working with businesses, and then from there got into the corporate world at a company and became ID director of the company by the time I was 24. And they were more rational until they weren't. The company was doing really well until they started moving money around to the Cayman Islands, and the IRS came in, and
My God, this is a wild, wild scene Tom's involved in.
This is very interesting.
Wow.
So you decided, eventually you're like, I'm going to open my own business so I can try to kill people and chase them around to death.
Hide my assets in the Cayman Islands. At that time, you mentioned you got into this when you were a kid. Did you have yourself an Apple II?
no, TRS-80.
No Apple II, huh?
No Apple II. I was never into any. I've actually, with the exception of an Apple TV, I've never owned an Apple product except for that. TRS-80, old IBMs, Commodore 64. I've had just all kinds of old tech and things like that, but no Apple products.
You know, the one thing I think is cool though about the Apple IIs is that people are turning them into like fish tanks now.
Yes. Yes.
Kind of interesting.
Repurposing it, so that's pretty cool, yeah.
All right, you a few months back, you gave a speech on social media, correct?
Yeah.
What was that for?
That was me and another company, 3V, had worked together to just discuss things like the use of social media, and we interviewed the mayor of Wyandotte.
Whoa, hold on now, Tom. Hold on now. We don't mention him on this show anymore.
Spot.
He has been banned. Continue.
He's been banned. Yeah, I heard he doesn't give interviews to just anyone. So I guess I'm really privileged.
Yeah, he rolled out the red
Or
carpet.
maybe some other people in this area that he's not giving an interview to.
Yeah.
But that was on social media, and we were discussing the use of social media as a way to leverage direct communication with the public, with public officials or with businesses, a way to connect with customers, or in his case, connect with constituents. And so it was an interesting discussion, because it's one of the key tools we have at my company is social media, is what we use to grow my business. I don't do paper ads, I don't do flyers or all the usual billboards or anything like that. It's YouTube, it's Facebook. Those are the two primary social outputs for us. Then right now we launched a blog that's completely Star Trek themed called Social Trek, and we post all the work we're doing, and I'm giving the details of how I do my ads. You know, if my competitors want to look at it, I don't care. I mean, it's all, this is how we do it, and we offer it as a service to companies too. We help do their social media marketing.
So you a Trekkie then?
Oh yes.
Can you do the live long and look at that. Look at that. I never could do that. Never. I always did it like, look at my fingers. They're not right.
Yeah, some people can't.
See? I can't do that.
Can't do the Spocker.
I'm like the lobster boy from the carnival.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's messed up.
That's just a deformity from birth.
I do find the whole the concept of social media is interesting, and I wanted to mention it's actually in a roundabout way. I probably never would have conversed with you had it not been for social media, and I think, I don't know, you could tell me what you think as somebody in the field. In a lot of ways, I mean, there's certainly some there's negatives and positives with social media, like anything else, but it really seems to have had this effect of shrinking the world.
Yes.
I run across people all the time on Facebook. I'm like, huh, I didn't know that so-and-so knew so-and-so. People from completely separate walks of my life know each other. It's
Right,
like,
right.
Strange. So, little story on Tom. I worked with Tom's sister at the Henry Ford Museum.
Yeah.
And then I saw him on your brother-in-law's page and your sister's page, and I thought, Tom, Lord, I know that name. Where do I know that name? And then it just all sort of, came into effect. And it's interesting because we hadn't met before today in person.
Right.
But you started to get to know people through social media.
Yeah.
You often post videos of your son, Marcus.
Yep.
And it's funny because like these are people I've never met. I know them through Facebook, but I see some of your videos like, oh, it's a Marcus video. I'm gonna watch that one. The kid's funny. So it's an interesting thing. I don't know if you could speak a little bit to the effect that's having on your industry. It's
really interesting, and I find a lot of people who really hate it, and it kind of drives me nuts. I find some of the businesses, they go, oh, no way I'm using it, especially other computer guys. One of them saying he's seen all the success I've had with it, and he's like, wow, you sell a lot. So he's wanting to, I've been contacted by a couple other computer guys, like, how are you using it in your business? That's what is part of the driving factor for like this, with the social blog that we're doing, is putting all that together. It's been great because I've been able to connect personally with a lot of people. So I can take and connect with, well, your relatives and things like that.
Sure.
So I've been able to go through and make a lot of interesting friends. It's kind of like feeling them out, because finding new friends once you get older and out of high school becomes way more challenging and difficult, It
was challenging for me in high school, but yeah, I mean,
yeah.
definitely.
I had like this narrow group of people I knew in high school, and it's like they went separate ways. And I didn't like the majority, like 99% of the people I went to high school with. So
Sure.
So it's just kind of like you get that. And then my coworkers were all right, but I was really, because I don't know, I was always odd to them. And I was younger. Like even when I worked in the corporate world, I was very odd to them. Some kid with long hair that does the computer stuff. You know, even though I'm sitting there as management in the same boardroom as them, I was not a peer with them. I was also 15 years younger than the youngest person in there. Some of them were 30 years older than me, old veterans of business type thing. So, but with social media, it's been great. I can find people I can connect with. I found out about, like a couple years ago, I found out about it called Penguin Con. You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
It's one of the bigger ones here in Michigan. Met all kinds of people through that, connected with them via social media, and sharing videos and things like that. Found some of them I have a real common interest in. Mike, Jenny, and I met them via, not exactly Facebook, that's actually IRC at Wayne State, and through some of the Linux users group stuff, I met Mike, and turns out Mike lives like blocks away from my house, so we just became friends. So
it's awesome. It really is. It shrinks the world down to a manageable size.
Now earlier you mentioned hacking.
Yes.
You a black hat hacker, a white hat hacker, a gray hat? What are you?
Statute of limitations on things? I'm trying to remember what year. No.
You have confidentiality here with the Mud Puppets.
Oh yeah,
We're like
sure.
lawyers.
You don't have to answer these questions about your personal life. What do you think though about some of these online groups like Anonymous and some of the other hacker collectives?
I love the hacker collectives, like I3 Detroit. Is really a really cool one, because those guys are there inventing and building stuff and building a lot of community at the same time, and building cupcake cars and driving them off roofs. If you've ever followed some of the videos they do.
I'm gonna watch that now.
Yeah, look, just type in cupcake cars, and that just seemed like a good idea, so they did that. So they got some really cool stuff going on there. There's also another hackerspace in Detroit, OmniCorp Detroit. We've been there. Their lockpicking classes are fun. They're open to the public. You just got to keep an eye on when they're having them. And teaching lockpicking, that's a lot of fun, seeing how far you can get on there. We kind of made a joke because one of the guys does have a felony that was there blocking people.
Stop talking, Tom. Stop. God knows what we're being implicated right now. I wanted to ask you about one more thing before we get to our little this and that segment. You familiar with the science fiction writer Philip K. Dick and the fact that he's been turned into an android? This thing called Android Dick, and no, that's not dirty. We don't have to bleep that.
No.
They made this, I want to say they uploaded the guy's consciousness, but they took, essentially they kind of crafted his personality into software before he died, or maybe post-mortem they did this. They uploaded it into this robot, and this robot's joking about making people zoos.
Yeah, okay, now I understand what you're talking about. Yeah. There's, in it, okay, you got the people like Elon Musk and the guys from Google and that, and they hang out together, and they seem concerned that artificial intelligence. I try to look at it more as a positive. I mean, people think that could be the next step of evolution. We invent the thing that kills us.
The singularity.
The singularity.
Is it coming?
Yeah, is it coming? I don't think so. I think we're so far off from that. I mean, these smart people can see things from their lens of, what if everyone was as smart as us to do it? And I just read Elon Musk, the book about him recently, and the guy is just wicked smart. It's pretty impressive. So from his lens, he sees other people all as smart as him. Maybe they could do this. Reality is, I deal with the general public.
That's his downfall. He doesn't realize how stupid the American public is. Okay, Ryan has prepared this or that. Ryan?
All right, Tom, everything in here kind of deals with tech.
Okay.
This or that, the only rule is death is not an option. You have to pick this or that. And tell us why. All right, for the rest of your life, you have to wear a tech-inspired fashion. Would you go with the Steve Jobs turtleneck or the Bill Gates haircut?
Ooh, it's tough.
Now, you got the long hair there, so that's kind of a sacrifice if you had to go with the Bill Gates.
That's what I was thinking, Steve Jobs. He looks comfortable.
He does look comfortable. I'm not a turtleneck fan, but he rocked it.
I don't know turtlenecks, but he looks comfortable.
He looked comfortable, fellas.
Well, he looked, but it's
He
past
looked
tense.
comfortable.
He's dead. So.
Well, we know.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather have your entire Google history search history made public, or have a sex tape leaked online?
Oh, sex tape.
Sex. Oh, someone's got. Hey, apparently, someone's got something to show up. All right. Would you? All right. This is a familiar choice because you're a tech guy. Wedgie or being stuffed in a locker?
No, wait a second. Isn't it atomic wedgie?
Atomic wedgie.
Ooh, locker.
Yeah. See, that changed the game.
Yeah. There's no locker that could hold me, so I had to pick a wedgie.
No.
All right. To stave off death, would you rather have your brain put into a robot, kind of like how we were talking about with the technology, or be bitten by the deadly Nosferatu and become a creature of the night?
Creature of the night.
Yeah, I'm with you. Vampire's just sexier.
This man's got some darkness in him. Sex
he
tape,
does.
wants to be
And
a
I
vampire.
like being up all night, and daylight's not really my thing.
All right.
All right, last one. Which of these phrases would you rather never have to hear again in your life? Either, hey Tom, insert name of random family member or friend, could you fix my computer? Or, I don't know where all these porno pop-ups came from. My son must have done it.
Oh, I like the porn pop-up ones.
Oh, well.
I got a lot of stories around that, so that phrase doesn't even bother me. It usually leads to more amusement.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think you did pretty well, Joel.
He did. And Tom, is an honorary gift for playing this or that with us, we want to give you this broken floppy disk. Now, I want you to take care of this. This is an antique, right? Okay. So that's your gift from us.
My
What's
goodness.
on it?
I don't. Let's assume it's pornography. I don't know.
I hope it's GIF porn. Really old.
GIF porn. You get 3 frames. That's it.
You get 3
I
frames.
hope that
That's
does it
it
for you.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Could be old enough to have ASCII porn on here. It's that old.
Well, you check it. You let me know.
I will.
I've forgotten.
I have a floppy drive so I can find out things like this. So.
As we always say, pass that down as an heirloom to your family. You know.
There you go.
Let them know that the Mud Puppets.
There's actually a bag phone sitting under my desk that we have, and we got some old phone equipment that we have. Sometimes I come up with funny Throwback Thursday stuff, so we're trying to figure exactly what we're going to do with it. But I do have some. I like that old stuff. Sometimes it's novel, taken apart. So.
Well, then enjoy that.
Enjoy.
I'll tell you what.
You thought it was a bad gift, and you're like, this guy's got plans.
Likes it. We're going to go ahead and check out our podcast, and when we come back, we're going to wrap things up. Stick around.
I want to be like that dirty hippie pushing a Tommy Pickles doll.
You ever play one of those Big Bertha games where you throw the balls in her mouth?
I throw my shucking and my jiving from your people.
His forehead, man. He's got a right in the middle of his head.
Did I just have a sex dream about Patrick Ewing?
This midget's name is Henry O'Doul.
My mom asked me recently about your bulge.
Mud Puppets Radio. We do it for the lulz. As always, we want to thank our guest today. Tom, thanks for coming today. And you have a website, right, for your business?
LawrenceSystems.com, www.lawrencesystems with an S at the end.com, or just Google PC Pickup, and we're always the first result.
That's right, and the PC Pickup, of course, located in Taylor. And I love
Taylor,
that
Michigan.
blue brick building.
Yes.
It just stands out, man. It just juts out of the landscape.
We painted it safety blue. That's what it was called.
Oh, safety blue, huh? No cars are going to run into that, huh? It's beautiful.
So far, so good.
It's beautiful. Now, if you have a business or a skill that you would like to showcase or promote here on the Mud Puppet Show, Ryan, they can do that, can't they?
Come on in, and you know how to get in contact with us?
That's
Tell
right.
them, Joel.
You can send us an email to themudpuppets@gmail.com. And once you've done that, we encourage you to go to our website, mudpuppets.com, which will link you to all of our social media, the Facebook, where you can like the fan page and become our friend. There's also the WordPress blog, and at the WordPress blog, that's where we house our podcast. And you want to check out that podcast because it's raw and unfiltered.
My God, I curse so much.
He
It's
does.
amazing.
His mother has been very angry at him
She's
lately.
really upset.
And then, of course, on YouTube, find us because you can subscribe to our channel and watch, I think, over 160 videos now. Why are you pointing
I'm
at me?
pointing at the graphics on the screen.
Ah, that's what you're doing. And then, of course, on the old Twitter machine, I'm at Mud Puppet Joel. He is at Mud Puppet Ryan. And as the election season heats up, you can bet we'll be fighting with lots of people on there.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, Ryan, you had a little something on our we have a new audio guy.
Yeah, we got...
He looked familiar to me.
Our new audio guy is here today. Chat Members is his name. I just met him briefly. Can we get a shot of him, John? There's Chat Members. Wait a minute.
Wait a second now.
Chat Members, lift that hat up.
I know that.
Let us see your face.
I know that nipple rubbing anywhere.
Is that...
Demask this man.
Is that Matt Chambers? Take your mask off.
Here, I thought it was just a doppelganger. Let's go. Let's go, boy. Let's see the face.
Don't add to
It's
your
like Geordi
mask.
from Star Trek.
He's pulling.
It is. Geordi LaForge is our new...
I'll tell you this much. Chat, Matt, whoever you... Next time you leave us, it's going to be in a box, boy.
That's right.
That's right.
Next time you leave, it's permanent.
Well, that's going to be our show for today, Ryan.
It's a great show today, Joel.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, it's mostly because of me.
Congratulations to yourself as well.
Mostly because of me. Not you were here.
Oh,
You didn't do that much.
And
but-
thank you to Tom, of course.
Of course, Tom was awesome.
Thank you.
Very nice. We will see you next time, Wyandotte. What the hell are you doing?
That's my cowboy sign.
You shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
This is Michigan. We don't need to encourage that kind of stuff.
I'm pausing like it's frozen.
It's not.
But people.
I'm gonna make you look so dumb when I edit this.
You're. Shut up.
It was a Mud Puppet Show.